What is your view on the idea that more money is the solution to improving education, and in particular, fixing failing schools? And the follow up, what accountability is there to the taxpayer who funds it?
Money is a component. It is not the component. And I take Henry County, Virginia, for instance, a very relatively poor school division where their math, history, science, and English scores have done extraordinarily well for a number of reasons. One, the administration of that school division cared and loved for children, and two, the home environment was really important. So when you look at the mosaic of a public school division or a private school division, there are many items. Money's one, and it has important value to make sure that the school doesn't have mold and it's a good learning environment.
Mhm.
But it's not the only measure. The other measures of the SOQs and SOAs and other items are just so important. And the other is just what is going on in those families. You know,
Yeah.
we love our children, right? But here again, government can't love our children like we love our children. So if
Mhm.
a child comes to school unloved and without discipline, that's a tremendous burden that a school division's got to keep up with. So money has some importance. I think in the past it was just a one component. Now that we've moved away from all the other standards that were bedrock items, once again, money becomes the only item. So the determination about whether or not you have high quality schools are how do you rank in the 50 states on teacher pay, on education funding, that type of thing. So, you know, here again, it's something that is of some value, and it would be wrong to say it doesn't have any value. But it's something that should be put in context. I think look at some of the Catholic schools, for instance. We've seen, unfortunately, a number of our Catholic schools that have unfortunately shut down recently because they didn't have the basic funding to continue to operate. So it's a component. What you did have in those schools is you had love and you had high quality and desire for education accountability. And those schools were succeeding. But because money left, they didn't, and the diocese could not support them, you had a struggle there. So it's, in my opinion, Melvin, it is a function. It should never be seen as the primary function.
I think that's a great answer. And certainly that topic is one that we could have a very lengthy and engaged conversation around. But I appreciate you bringing out the points that, you know, failing schools don't just fail because of lack of funding. Failing schools fundamentally fail because of poor leadership. And often a key factor is the breakdown of the family and that support network around those children. And we all know that children do best when they have good leadership in schools, engaged teachers, but also strong support at home. And those things together make formulas for success in our children.